Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. You've been away for a while, man. And
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Been a minute.
it has been a minute, man. Let's just start there, man. Like your last fight, incredible fight. You know the finish over Jake Collier. Now after that, take us to what was going on.
Man, finally getting done. Technically, what I needed to get done to the body. I'll say after that Chase Sherman fight. Or not even after the fight, but before that, my knee, man, old high school injury. I was just like, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and take care of it? You know,
Wow.
UFC, they'll make sure it's good. You know, so went ahead, got that done, whatnot, and then as I was getting ready for Usman, I ended up hurting my left leg. So it's like, so that put me out for. It was supposed to be what was it? It was supposed to be a year, they said, but it took me 4 months to get back. And after showing the doctor the footage of what I was doing during my rehab, he was like, "Okay, hang on. If I were to let you go now, I know you'd go fight, but you need to let it, heal a little bit more or whatever." So at that 6 month mark, he was like, "You're good to go." So as soon as he gave me that green light, I called everybody I knew at UFC. I text Dana, I tweeted them and all that jazz, just letting them know I was ready. And sure enough, I thought it was going to be around, July, maybe even August. I wanted to be on that Perth card, but they were like, hey, we got you. Everything's booked. Like a lot of stuff is booked because I wanted to get on that New York card. Man, I struck lightning there once. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I wanted to get on that New York card, but like literally, it's it's booked for these heavyweights and whatnot. Now it's booked like for a good spot. So I got to be get through this one, and
Mhm.
then I can sit back and be that Kevin Holland, and be like, hey, I'm ready, or
Mhm.
whatever. But yeah, man, just honestly, it's more or less. I haven't had a camp to where I haven't had anything to worry about, So well, I'll say with that last injury, it forced me to lose weight. It
Mhm.
forced me to actually be a professional. I'll say, and with that just came so much more. Like you never realize doing the right thing. A lot of just good things come with it, So I can say I've been doing, exactly what I need to be doing. Actually being able to get with heavies and stuff like that. I was so used to training with the 125ers and the 170. It helped me with speed wise, but when you get hit by a real heavyweight in comparison to a guy that's 125, you're like, oh wait, this is real. Hang on, that was a real punch. So it's been good, man. Like it's I like getting beat up in camp, and I can say the guys that have come in I might have won like one Sunday that we've had out of this camp, and that was just me. I got the grit, at the right time too. You don't want to get that too early, beat up all your training partners or whatever, but that grit is there. I'm finally like, yeah, I passed that guard, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just working on different stuff and how everything just came together. Like that last injury I had before the Usman fight was literally a blessing in disguise, man. Like it literally kicked me in my butt and told me, hey, we ain't young no more, player. We got to do this right. You better get what you can and get it and go. So yeah, man, that. It's honestly been a fun journey
Mhm.
on this. I'll say this last comeback. I didn't want it to be what damn near 3 years,
Mhm.
but yeah, man, like I get it now. Patience is also a art that people need to practice,
Mhm.
So and that was when I had to learn, the hard way, but I'm glad I learned it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it was a blessing in disguise, but also it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Not working because you
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
you
yeah. Yeah.
you know. So like mentally, it can drain you a little bit, even though the UFC's covering the surgery and all this stuff. But outside of that, it can be tough. I mean,
Oh,
with
yeah. Like
regular life.
reality hits. Reality hits, man. Like it's cool that I'm not one of them flamboyant. I need the fastest car. I need this and that. I'm a very mediocre. Yo, give me a lawn chair, a lawnmower, and a TV. I'm good to go. Whatever. But like yeah, with everything going on, inflation on stuff like that. It's like, all right, now this Twitch gaming stuff ain't doing what everybody else doing right now. Let me keep trying this. But yeah, like thank thankful enough, I was past that point. I had the sports cars when I was, at XFC and stuff. I did all that. I did all that jazz. And when I got signed to UFC, I was like, nope, we finna put that. Like, I still haven't spent my 50K bonus check. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I am good. But it's still, you start seeing it go down, like, whoo, I don't want to have to tap into that. I was looking at my stocks the other day, like, maybe I should trade. Now they say hang on to it. Nah, well, if I trade, I can go ahead and get this ticket. And well, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, like it's a weird thing because sometimes people don't see it as that. Like they're like, oh, he's fighting. I know he's a millionaire. Shit, all right, like it's a reason why, like, those old boxers and stuff went broke because they needed that shiny, and me personally, I had it. It was cool. Trust me, it was fun. It was fun. Don't get me wrong at all. Like I think I had like two 350Zs at one point. Like, yo, it
What?
was yeah, I was on some other stuff, man. You couldn't. Tokyo Drift was gonna be my life, one way or the other. Again, young, dumb, stupid stuff. Like, how I
Yeah,
look out here drifting, and I'm supposed to be like a pro fighter. Like, not even like where you're supposed to be drifting on tracks and stuff. I'm on
yeah.
I-4 on in Florida, just yeah, doing stupid stuff. So got all that out the way. So it's yeah, but like there are definitely times I was like, okay, you mean to tell me eggs? Or that's why I got chickens because the egg prices started going up. I said, okay, see, I'm that guy. I could be off the grid for a hot minute. Like I got fish. I can go cook them up right now. I got chickens. They provide eggs. If I ever get really hungry, chop the neck off, keep moving, and then we got bountiful fruits and stuff out here growing. We got blueberries, tomatoes, all that stuff, so I could be off the grid completely and not have to drop a dime, to be honest with you. I'm about to get these solar panels too after this fight. But yeah, I'm about to get these solar panels and stuff on the roof. So yeah. Y'all might not hear from me for now. Well, until next fight, but yeah, man, like swallowing that harsh reality of who one, I ain't getting no younger. Two, when you get the checks, it's great. When you're not fighting for what almost 3 years, you kind of like, whew, okay, so let me think. I can okay, yeah, Twitch. That's another way to okay, no, because I don't. There, I think I forgot what time. Oh yeah, it was during that what who's about to fight? Oh my god, why can't I just said his name? Muhammad. It was during that Muhammad fight. I called Lowe's back up. I was like, hey man, look, I just got injured. Y'all got that forklift still available, baby? Your boy's on it. So it definitely there was a reality at that point, and then I think me grasping that, like, I I'm like not to whatever, but I love the life I live now, man. Like I can quote unquote pick and choose this and that. I'm able to be available for the kids. Like, yo, if I miss training here, I can call another coach and we can, make up for that. And, you can't do that with the regular 9 to 5. So that's been a blessing in disguise with the whole overall thing. But yeah, no. You fall into that reality of, whoo, all right, look, if I sell my body, if I charge by the pound, I definitely make a bunch of money. So yeah, man. You start trying to come up with
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. You start thinking wild, right? You start thinking wild. That OnlyFans looks kind of enticing
Hey,
sometimes.
look now, I got some pretty toes now. Look, I might drop a foot pick or two.
For sure, man. Yeah, man. I'm happy to hear that, man. Because some guys they're out for like even a year, and sometimes they don't say it in the interview, but behind the scenes they'll tell me about like what they had to go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
man.
just it's
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
out there
It gets
for
real. It gets real. It's real
yeah,
in these streets, as they say.
yeah, for sure, man. You mentioned after that injury. The second one that you had to lose some weight. How was that? Losing the weight. Was it tough losing the weight? And then after, what
it
was the
was it
after
was
effect?
easier because like with the injury, because it literally like sat me down. So I wasn't able to go hobble and grab that extra snack while I'm, doing whatever, or and like just not with that. I had the mindset. It was more to the doctor telling me I needed to be non-weight bearing. And I was like, dude, I don't think you understand. Like, I got chickens, I got kids, I got dogs, I got like, there's no way possible that I can be non-weight bearing. And of course, I don't sleep. Like, if I get 3 hours, boy, I'm good to go. So I dove in that YouTube. I went down that black hole, and I started noticing. Uh, it was a couple Indian doctors. So that medicine that are their whole idea towards it was completely different than this Western let me give you a couple pills, keep it moving type thing. So I listened to them. Their whole thing was no, if you can take it, weight bear and do what you need to do because you're not going to lose as much muscle. You're not going to lose as much of this. So I took it that way. And I think that had the big thing to contribute to me 4 months in. I was back sparring. Like, you know what I mean? Not even, well, honestly, a month in, I had a boot on and I was still sparring. Don't tell nobody else that. But no, but like, yo, I felt it. And then it was weird. I don't know if it was just like my mind gripping onto the body, but it was like, hey, 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 you know why this happened? Because your big ass decided you want to try to do spin kicks while you that big. Yeah, now so let's not do that. Let's let's lose a little bit. So as I was losing it, the body, it seemed like it was healing even faster. So I was like, well, you mean to tell me if I can get up out of this and whatever just by actually doing what I'm supposed to do, well, then let's do it. It's sad that it takes me in a boot to finally be like, wow, I really could have been, you know what I'm saying? So that was like the whole just coming back like with it. I'll say there was definitely those first few days where I was like, again, called Lowe's. I was like, hey, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it, But having, again, my tribe, dude, my tribe around me, they refuse to let me lose, and that's the same vice versa with them. Like, I refuse, like if I'm here, I need y'all here too. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. Like, they throw the rope when I'm down. As soon as I get up, they're down a little bit. I throw the rope, right to them. So that was another big thing with them, just mentally providing me that support. And then again, they're honest. They're honest. My brother. Hey, look here, you old fat ass. It's like, hey man, look, chill, bro. You could have. But he says it in a manner. Now that we're older, he knows that it's gonna put that fire. It's gonna put that fire. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm gonna, he called me fat and I'm just gonna go eat some ice cream. So having stuff like that, and then just again, I was like, I'm not done. I know I'm not done. Like, sparring in that boot and moving the way I was moving after like I had lost, I think it was like 15 in that first 3 weeks. And I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't kick the way I want right now, but man, these hands is all right. So feeling that everything was just, it was, I'm not gonna woo it now. But like everything was just positive, like, and it's been that way. And even the hiccups, become positives. Like even the stuff that, oh man, I didn't do this or whatever. Well, why didn't that happen? Well, because you didn't turn, you didn't pivot, blah 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 blah. Instead of me being like, well, I got to throw that out because it didn't work this day in practice. Nah, that ain't how that works. So that was the biggest thing as far as it just grasping me and being like, stop being stupid, this is almost it, player. You're almost 40. Like, grasp it and do what you actually can do. How about that? You know what I mean? The fans deserve it. All the messages, and that's another thing too. The messages I would get, it was just, man, oh man, like, I expect to get the, oh man, you're never coming back. You're not gonna be blah blah blah. And it's like, no, complete opposite. I don't care when you coming back, where you coming back. I'm there. I don't care if you're fighting Jake Paul. I'm there. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God, you guys actually do love me. Oh my God. So, and I get it. I get it. Like, we live in a society of what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it full on. I ain't done nothing in 2 years for y'all. I done posted a couple Instagrams of my old fights and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I love that my drive is to please the fans. And I love that I'm still a fan in this whole thing because that gives me that notion of I know what they want to see. I know what they want to see. So grasping onto all of that and then finally just honing it. Man, the weight has like I'm sweating now. Like when I get done with training, I've been done probably about an hour now, and it's just going.
That's
It's just
good.
going. You know what I'm saying? And like absolutely love it. I've gone through like 3 shirts in the past hour. But it's crazy. Like I never realized. Oh my god, I'm healthy. Like I'm sweating so much. So it's been a whirlwind and like just a beautiful chaos of just grabbing everything that I've done wrong, looking at myself and being like, you did this to you. Now it's time to correct it. So you like that's my whole thing. If you can go back and honestly just take accountability, boy, that's a big word, boy. That's what I had to do. So with that came the weight problem. And I was like, that's your biggest issue. If you honestly want to put it out there, my biggest issue was that. So it's like hone it. You've been dealing with this for a decade now. Hone it. Why don't you just finally just hone it? So that's what we did, man. Like we made sure that was the biggest hiccup. Like you go and Google me, it's 90% positive stuff, and then it's like, yeah, but he missed weight, and you're like, oh, here we go. Look, wait, oh, Carl's calling me. Carl, I'm actually about to go out to stay with Carl for
In
the last
Vegas?
part of the camp. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good dude. Carl's
Oh
such a
man,
good guy. You know what I mean?
dude, Carl is man. I love
Yeah,
Carl.
yeah.
Oh man, I love me some
That's
Carl.
great.
Oh,
That's great.
what's crazy is I think he was telling me like Ngannou's back out there. So if I can get some
Mhm.
rounds in with him, like you want to talk
Nice.
about confidence through the roof. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh
You've
man.
been through so much, man. I remember the first time I saw you fight is probably in Japan, and then you moved over to Korea, and then
Mm,
seeing you get signed by the UFC, I was just so happy for you. You know what I mean? Because it was such a long
yeah.
journey. Some of these dudes nowadays, they have 5 fights and they're signed by the UFC. They don't know
Dude,
about
they
the
don't
long
get it.
journey.
They don't get it, man. I was just talking to somebody about that. Like, as I was saying, my XFC days being on, and then just to think, like, I got barred for 3 years during my XFC days because I went to go fight Walt Harris on another card, and the owner of XFC at the time was like, "You don't do that," and da da da. I was like, "Well, you're not putting on shows, baby, and they need me out here, baby." Like you know what I'm saying? And I realized, be careful what you sign. Be careful what you sign. This dude sent me like cease and desist letters and all this stuff, and all. I'm a broke 2-0 MMA fighter. Literally, my first fight, I made 200. Like, so I'm like, what's he gonna take from me? You know what I mean? At this point, what is he gonna take from me? So having to look at a lot of these guys now, 5-0 coming in, shoot, even 10-0 now. Honestly, like to look at the path I had to take. I done fought. I did what? I don't even know how many organizations I fought in, but I mean Sando. I did Sando. I did the little triangle boxing thing. I mean, everything you can think of to get to this place. And I think one reason why you'll never hear me complain about UFC and this and that is because I done seen some of these other organizations. I done been through a lot of this. Like I done walked through the jungle and it's like, oh my God, I finally can touch, that they don't get it, man. Like they don't get going overseas to fight. And I never, I don't think, no, yeah, never in Asia did this happen. But going overseas or just leaving the country, we'll just say leaving the country, fighting, and then not getting paid. Woo! You want to talk about? Thank God UFC does pay what they pay because those same stress levels that I had back then with a $1,000 check that I got now. Oh boy, you want to talk about some good? All right, look, man, look. Hey, Lord, I don't want to rob these folks, but if I do, you'll understand, right? You know my heart, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's like it got to that point to where do I steal bread to feed my family? Like like I was trying to come up with anything in my head to just in case, I had to take that path. But thank God for Lowe's because Lowe's always had my back if I ever, got into a stick. Even when I would leave wrong, there was like 2 times where I was like, "Hey, y'all, I'm fighting next week." Well, Chris, you didn't ask off. I won't be here. And they still took me back. So it's oh man, how can I
You know
say?
what you need to do? I got another idea for you.
Uh
You need to
oh.
get a sponsorship by Lowe's since you have the history with them, and you fight for the
Man,
UFC. Why not? You know what I mean? And then start a podcast, with the lawn chair, TV set, and the lawnmower in the front yard.
Hey,
That's what you
hey,
need to do.
hey, now you're speaking my. I like this, yo, that would be dope.
It
And then
would
I could
be.
do like random like Wednesday lawn projects or something. Like yo,
Yeah.
garden. Man, hang on. I
Like
need,
you'll go to
hey,
Lowe's and buy all your shit.
no. Yeah, mark it. You need to mark this right here. You gave me the idea. I'm gonna shot you. Yo, I promise you. I'm a. Now that you said that, because I know the store owner of this one. Like we taught his son taekwondo and everything. Like we're good
Oh,
to go.
there you go.
He would be down for it because he's a huge UFC fan.
Mm.
Like when I got signed, I was at that Lowe's, and he was the one that he goes, Chris, I'm gonna fire you. And I was like, yo, what? Chill, man. He goes, no, you need to focus. And I was like, oh, you care. That's why you want. I was like, oh my god, it's different, So, yo, you brought up a hey, then you might have $1 million idea right there, man. Man,
Yeah.
yo, that would be dope. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, and that could be even more content of the fact of that I don't know what I'm doing, and I have to go to the Lowe's website to figure out what I'm doing.
Yo, you might have a TV show on your hands right there.
Yo, find me on HD net. What's it called? Yeah, HD net, boy. I'll tell you what, I'll be right after the guys flipping houses. What?
Yo, you be on UFC Fight Pass or some shit like that,
Ooh,
Why
then you
not?
could dip into that market. Oh my God!
Home
Look at
improvement.
you, yo. Hey man, look, I got this contract in the back. I need I need a mind marketing man. So look now. Wow,
Yeah,
yo,
man.
no, I'm sitting. The bad thing is, I'm really like, cause I do all that little outdoor stuff all the time. Like I built a chicken coop. Like I made that little thing. I planted my blueberries and showed that you really don't need actually a sister blueberry to be able to bloom blueberries.
See?
I ain't got no green thumb. I just got lucky, I feel. But still, they came in twice now. Like so, it's been 2 years that I planted them 2 years ago. I've had good haul if the deer or the rabbits don't get to it first, So, man, you are on to something. You
You
are
can
on to
rebuild your
something.
house with Lowe's.
Yo, for free too. That'd be the thing. It'd be
No, you get paid for it. It's not even for
yo,
free.
you're right. They would pay me to man. Hey, you are on to something. Let me tell you.
Hey, it could happen, man. It's always an idea. It's
Yo,
always just an
I
idea.
never even like. I've always wanted to because I asked Jason. That's the guy's name. Jason Gay. Store 583 Athens, Georgia. He he's always just big on promotion. Like, and that's one reason why the East Side store does better than the West Side store. Remember, I said it. Because he's big on outside that box. Lowe's is very, this is how it is, clean, cookie cut. Now my man Jason, Jason be like, hey yo, you buy some lumber, we'll wash your truck, your tires and everything, and then you can get on. And it's like, well, why not? Every contractor's like, yo, I'll take that. I don't even need wood today, but I'll take this car wash, so yeah, he definitely would figure out something. Even if it probably came out of his pocket, he'd be like, our first couple episodes, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm like, okay, Jason, let's go. And I just linked with that guy who does the he finds like rappers. Like he did one with Quavo, he did one with Offset, but he finds him, he goes, hey, can I make like a 15-minute video of you? And then he'll make a full like little rap video of the
Oh
guy.
yeah, I know what
Right
you're talking
there, him.
about.
I just
Yeah.
linked with him. Like,
Okay.
so he's about to start editing my videos and stuff
Okay.
and whatnot. So this is, yeah. You might see something in about, let's say I got a fight next month. In about a month after this fight, I might dip my toes into this whole Lowe's.
Next thing you know, you be wearing that jacket again, but you're not really working there.
Don't tell nobody. I got 3 in the closet. You're not supposed to take them when you leave. I got 3 of them. I got a manager one. Not supposed to have that. I got a CSA one. They have these little brown vests. If they know, you know. If you know what a CSA is, then they'll actually. Or I'm sorry, PSA. Then you'll know. And then I got the red one that everybody wears. But yeah, buddy. No, I'm set. I could walk into any Lowe's right now and they wouldn't even know. They'd be like, "Oh, who's that? What store is he from? Oh yeah, I'm a new hire." There
That's
might be
another
some
show.
videos.
That's
I
another
plan on
show.
doing. Yeah.
You just walk in and start working. You
Some,
start working that shit.
I could literally shoot at Lowe's for a whole 8-hour shift and get nothing but content.
Exactly. They'd be like, "Who's
have
this
you not
dude?"
seen my video? Have you seen my video at Lowe's?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go check it out.
Type in I think it's either Beast Boy Get Down at Lowe's or either oh my god. I clipped it on Instagram. Hang on. I think it's Beast Boy Get Down, and then it's me at Lowe's. I'm dancing in the back. We had this thing where we would dunk on people when they would walk through the door, no matter who it was, old lady, no matter who it was, we would just jump up full and go dunk no.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a man. When I tell you the video, this is actually right when I got signed by XFC and I had to quit Lowe's down that way. But yeah, like because I technically started Lowe's here in Georgia and then I moved to Florida. But Lowe's transfer thing, I was either gonna go to Florida or Hawaii. I flipped the coin and Florida popped up and my mom was like, yeah, Florida's gonna be easier for us to come visit you than Hawaii. Because with Lowe's transfer thing, as long as you're there for I think they raised it up to 6 months now. You can transfer to any store you want as long as they have an open position. So it's like, you mean to tell me I can hang on, I can leave right now and be okay in Hawaii, knowing that I got, it might take me 2 weeks to get, up a little bit, but I got a job. I ain't out here bumming. But yeah, man, like, Low, I think you're definitely on to something with this Lowe's thing
Yeah.
because it's.
You're perfect for
I am
you're
here for it.
perfect for the camera. You're perfect. We know it. You've been doing it for years now. It's not like you're uncomfortable. What I mean? You fight half naked in a
Yeah,
cage.
right.
You know what I mean?
Somebody told me that because I was trying to tell them I actually don't. This sounds crazy. I don't like being around people. Like I really like. It's weird. Like a person. I think what was it in Men in Black? A person is smart. People are dumb.
Mhm.
Like they ain't no like.
Yeah.
So, and he goes, "Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me?" What he said was, "You fight ass naked in front of folks, and you're nervous around 15 people. I don't know them. You don't know those people
Yeah.
out there." I said, "Yeah, but they can't touch me, and half of them are cheering for me. So I don't like it's different. But yeah, man, dog, that bubble that's gone.
Yeah.
Like yeah, but yeah, just like movie theaters, I always make sure my seat's all the way up in the back. I don't want nobody behind me. It's just like, what are you gonna say, stupid? Like what I'm saying, but yeah, man. Now, like you really got me on this Lowe's thing. I ain't gonna lie
let's
to you.
let's
I'm,
do it,
I'm
man. Let's
down.
do it, man. But man, it's something you can do on the side, But the main,
Definitely.
but the
That's
main,
like that could have been the whole. You know what? I'm glad you told me this now because had you told me this during that injury phase, I would be like, Dana, I don't know if I'm coming back, bro.
I'm
I'm finna
done.
do these Lowe's videos. I'm not. I'm not coming back, man. Have you seen it? I got 1 million hits on my sandbox tutorial. I'm not coming back, bro.
Sandbox tutorial. For real, huh? That's the
Oh
first
god.
one. That's the first one, man.
Look now, look. I'll build a mean sandbox. I know how to do the little thing. You gotta put the little coat thing there. Yeah, look.
Yeah,
I'll build a mean
yeah,
sandcastle.
for sure. Well, man, October 12th, man, we're here for that.
Yes, sir.
Fight night in the Apex, and it's gonna be incredible, man. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll chat soon again as you
Yes,
go
sir.
along.
Yeah, man. My bad for taking so long, dude. Like just
Nah, it's all
with
good.
all the shambles and everything, I'll have you as like my first guest calling in on, hey, how do you feel about this picnic table I just built? Do you think I should have used rustic
I
or
would definitely do that. I would definitely do
that's
that.
what's up,
No
man.
worries.
I'm gonna hold you to it too. I'm gonna call.
Yeah,
Watch.
yeah.
Just watch.